I think you're totally wrong, because so many things have been invented in Germany. So imagine the car. First car was built in Germany, but it's more than 100 years ago, and you're right. Afterwards, we were very successful more in evolution than in disruption. And I think we have a very strong economy, we have very strong corporate players, we are very strong, for instance, when it comes to cars and building machines and so on, and chemicals. And maybe this is the reason why Germany wasn't that focused on digital startups or tech startups as maybe we could see it in other parts of the world. But we made a strategy 15 years ago, and we wanted to attract all these founders here in the tech ecosystem, and I think we are quite good in the meantime. We are spending around 20 billion euros of government money to invest in startups, and we have really good engineers, and our aim is to foster the best startup ecosystem in Europe. Absolutely they can. So when we talk about the future fund, it consists out of 10 modules. So, and we have very different modules. We have a very large pillar that's going to invest as a limited partner into VC funds. These have to be European VC funds, and they have to invest in German or European companies. But in the end, if you have a viable part of your startup here in Germany, you're fine for accessing this money. And we also have direct investment tools like the High-Tech Gründerfonds, which is very successful right now. The fourth fund with funding until now of 900 million euros. And we are starting with our new deep tech fund with 1 billion euros. So the aim of this is to invest in tech companies which don't have right now a concrete business case, and we want to partner with them for a long period of time, for 10 to 20 years, patient money. And so we have further on modules in this future fund, so there are huge opportunities for international people coming here, founding a company, and even for international startups to come here and build up subsidiaries in Germany. So we are doing both. If you look at the most successful airplane in the world, it's the Airbus single aisle, the A320 series. So most of them are finished here in Germany, and we are the competence center for Airbus single aisle. And so we are for a long period of time very successful on that. And we have more than 100,000 people here constructing and building planes. On the other side, we are focusing very much on new technologies, for instance on drones. We are doing a drone strategy. We can also support drone companies with several programs from our Ministry of Economic Affairs, but also for the Ministry for Transportation. And we also focus very much on eVTOLs, flight taxis, and this is a huge market, we believe, in the future. And we have at least 2 players, which are quite big, also in global terms. This is Volocopter and Lilium. They have strong fundings, and we believe that this is also future technology. We don't focus on a single one. We focus on the technologies which are quite mature and successful, and we are focusing also on the future, and therefore we are also aiming to build an electric plane in the mid of the 2030s, and we believe this is realistic, and we invest in a lot of companies here to make that happen. So we see an era starting right now where so many satellites are being launched as never before in history, and they're getting even more and more and more. And right now you can build a startup and set out a lot of tiny satellites and make fantastic things out of that. And so we focused very much on launch vehicles over the last years, and we made a competition for launch companies. And right now the first private startup, ESA Aerospace, they won a tender, and now we will launch at least 2 satellites with them. And there are furthermore startups upcoming, and so we want to create and build up a new space launcher business right here. And we also have the debate about spaceports in Europe. I don't believe that it's necessary to have a specific spaceport in Germany. If there is opportunity, we are open for that. Yes, that's true. But on the other side, if we are going to start from Norway, from Sweden, from Portugal, from UK, so we are open-minded on that. But I believe to be quick and agile, it's important to be able to start here in the near of Europe. I mean, we are not focused on a single technology. We are agnostic on that. And I believe in a portfolio approach. Nobody really knows what will be successful in 10 years and 20 years, what's possible really to create, where is it possible to get the cost down to make these new technologies accessible for a broad audience. And so therefore, our aim is to invest and to focus on as many technologies as possible. And I believe our advantage here in Germany is that we have very good engineers. We have a lot of talented people, and they are very loyal. They are not switching from one startup to the next every 6 weeks. I think this is a huge advantage. And we are supporting with a lot of financial investments, also the whole ecosystem. And so I believe we are a strong place for creating technologies. Yeah, I came to Germany because we are the tech place in the world. We have founded the automobiles. We are very good in building big machines, and we are very good now in building startups. We have very talented people. We have a good environment. We have a good infrastructure, and it's a good place for you and your family to live. We have good social systems. It's secure to be here, and we have freedom of speech, democracy, and I believe also we have some very nice and very good looking places here where you can spend your time.